Jai Shri Krishna, the story of Tripurdasji Kayastha. Tripurdasji's father was a minister in the court of the king of Shri. When he was 12, his father asked him to accompany him to work so he could learn general administration and follow in his father's footsteps in serving the king. Once, he went along with his father and the king to Agra for official business. On their return to Shri, the group visited Srinathji atop Sri Giriraji. Tripurdasji fell in love with Shriji Baba the moment he had his darshan. He convinced his father and stayed back in Jatipura for a couple of months just to be near his beloved Shriji. Soon after, his father was killed in a battle the king had with the rebellious landlord. Tripurdasji was still in Jatipura when he heard about the loss of his father. He had lost his mother when he was just a child. Orphan Tripurdasji decided to stay back with his beloved Shriji Baba. When Shri Prabhuji came to know about Tripurdasji's story, he called him to inquire about his future. Tripurdasji confessed that he cannot live without his daily darshan of Shriji Baba, and so he cannot go away from Sri Giriraji. Pleased with Tripurdasji's love devotion for Shriji, Shri Prabhuji initiated him into Pushti Bhakti Marg and gave him Shriji Baba's Charanamrut. That moment onwards, Tripurdasji started having Shriji's darshan all the time wherever he was. Shri Prabhuji advised him to return to his town to lead his life. While taking leave of Shriji and Shri Prabhuji, Tripurdasji took a vow of not having even water without Shriji's Charanamrut first. Tripurdasji started working for a Muslim businessman. The work involved a lot of traveling. Once on a business trip, his cook informed him that they have run out of Shriji's Charanamrut. Tripurdasji thought that he could go on without food and water as long as he can, but would not break his vow. When he returned after meeting his clients, he was offered dinner by the cook. He asked the cook why he prepared his dinner when he knew that he would not eat without Charanamrut. The cook asked how he could forget that he sent a bag full of Charanamrut with the boy. Tripurdasji realized that Shriji Baba himself bought Charanamrut as he did not want his devotee to stay hungry. Tripurdasji decided to do away with the vow that caused anguish to his beloved Shriji. Tripurdasji made it a practice to send a custom-made exclusive winter jacket, Jadavar, for his beloved Shriji Baba at the beginning of winter season every year. This gift of love ritual continued for many years. A few years after his retirement, when Tripurdasji was short of funds, one year he could only send colored woolen fabric as he could not afford to send a jacket. The fabric was deposited in a corner of a storage room of Srinathji temple. As winter began, Shriji Baba complained of feeling chilly even after a jacket and comforter were offered. Shriji Baba kept on complaining, so more comforters were offered to him, but he did not stop complaining. Ultimately, Sri Gusaiji was informed of this strange happening. Sri Gusaiji inquired whether any winter clothing gifts from any Vaishnav is left in the store. The manager informed that Tripurdasji sent some woolen fabric instead of a jacket, but he had not used the fabric. Sri Gusaiji instructed that a comforter be made using the fabric as soon as possible. The moment that the quickly made comforter using the woolen fabric sent by Tripurdasji was offered to Shriji Baba, he smiled and said, "At last, I feel warm enough to go to sleep." This is how Shriji Baba would respond to his Vaishnav's love devotion for him. The moral of Tripurdasji's story is that Vaishnavs must not take a vow or observe a ritual that may cause any anguish to Shriji. Vaishnavs must remember that Shriji cares about their love devotion for him and not any expensive gifts that they may bring to him. Jai Shri Krishna.